Welcome guys today to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the top reason why married couples get refused visa. Okay, I know there are a lot of you guys who have reached out to me and you're nervous and concerned about your relationship, your marriage, whether you're going to get refused because you have heard and seen many others gone through their interview and be refused visa. So you're concerned whether you too, same fate is going to happen to you. Guys, I'm here to give you some, insight into that part, the reasons why people get denied, and then offer you tips on how to build your case so that you can overcome this cloud of visa refusal for married couples. Okay, so stick around and we'll head right into it. Most married applicants who go for interview and get refused visas are often given the reasons such as inability to establish genuine relationship, inability to establish or approve bona fide relationship, sham marriages. Those are the many terms or definitions and reasons given for refusal of visa for married couple, all because of their relationship. Okay, a sham marriage is a marriage entered into it without the benefit of real relationship. Okay, you entered into that relationship solely for visa. Okay, and that is sham marriage as it applies to immigration. You entered into the marriage all because of visa, with the intention of getting a visa to America. So if you just marry somebody, you're like, oh, I've been selected for the Greek card too, let me marry somebody, charge them money so that I can go to America with them. Or your agent is forcing you to marry somebody. That is what a sham marriage is. And these things are classified as marriage visa fraud. Okay, it is fraudulent to enter into a relationship all because of visa. Okay, so that means that you could be with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but you knew you didn't want to marry this person because let's think about it. Okay, not every guy or every lady that you dated that you wanted to marry, but let's say now you want to marry the person because they have the opportunity to come to America. That would be a sham marriage. That would be a marriage visa fraud. Okay, so you will be wondering, how does that apply to somebody who actually has a real relationship? Okay, why does somebody who has a real relationship have to fear, or why are they even nervous about that? And I'm going to explain to you why. The reason why people who have genuine relationship or a real relationship also end up being nervous and sometimes, get refused because of this blanket of, suspicion around them is that most of the documentations that you need to provide to show marriage, that's the standard documentation to show that somebody is truly married, are accessible to anybody else. You can go to marriage registry and get marriage license or marriage certificate in several countries. Another person can just pay somebody and get the same genuine document that you have. You can go to where you can have your church wedding with the whistles and bells and the whole grand marriage celebration. Guess what? Somebody who is also trying to fool immigration can also have a wedding like that. They can pay the pastor and have a whole wedding, go on social media, post pictures and flyers, do the whole shebang. Okay, so what that means that the things that real couples can do, fake couples can also do the same. So that is why it puts all the real couples and the fake couples, it puts you all in the same pot and puts you under the same microscope. Okay, so you have to go beyond the standard documentations. That is not to say that they are not important. Your marriage certificate is important because it's the standard required documentation to actually show that you're married, okay? Whether it's, fake, you got a fake one, or there is a required document, okay? You may have your wedding pictures, your marriage ceremony pictures, because most people who get married, this is evident of the ceremony. So you can bring that. But it doesn't hold much power. Like I explained earlier, because of the ease in faking those events, faking the marriage itself, faking the celebration itself, okay? So what you have to do is think outside of the box. Think about it. Things that real couples do that fake couples will not do, okay? So let me give you some ideas, and I hope that this will help you to think further and come up with things that you can use to support your case, to show that you have a real relationship when it comes to documentation, okay? Have you thought about life insurance policy? Most people do not make strangers as the beneficiary to their life insurance policy, because an outsider, they have nothing to lose to see you dead, for them to inherit whatever, to inherit that insurance policy. But the people who are your family, they have at least something to, they have a lot to lose because you're family. So mostly when people make life insurance policies, they want to protect the people who are related to them, not some strangers who are truly, truly related to them and dear to them. People don't just put strangers on their life insurance policy. So no one is going to believe that somebody put an agent on their life insurance policy. Because if you be so stupid to put your agent, your immigration agent, your connection man on your life insurance policy, and it will pay, let's say it pays like 100,000 in whatever your country currency is, maybe millions, give like a high number. What do you think? Wouldn't that person want to see you gone so that they can get that money? So of course, people will not put their agent as beneficiary for their life insurance, because then that agent will kill you faster, right? Pension, 401k, retirement beneficiary. Quite often, people put their family, so either their spouse, their children, their siblings, their parents, but not an outsider. Don't just put an outsider as beneficiary for their, retirement plan. Okay? Because, who knows, at your old age, when you are retired, this stranger may not even remember you, may not be around to take care of you. So mostly people use the people who are closest to them to be beneficiaries of their, pension or retirement money. So if you haven't thought of making your wife or your husband beneficiary, this is something for you to think about. Or your child, this is something for you to think about. Because, this is when you're in marriage, things get mingled. You mix things out. It's no longer like Gary and sugar. It's all mixed together. Next thing that I'll talk about will be co-mingling. And it sounds like a big word, but co-mingling means that mingle, you mix up your finances, okay? Do you have a joint bank account? Are you co-owners on a car, your cars? Are you co-owners on your house? Both of you have your name on the mortgage. Did both of you put your name on to get a loan? Those are things that people do with people that are related to them. I would never co-sign a loan for a boyfriend. Most people will not, co-sign for a loan for a girlfriend. but people will put their spouse, people will co-sign for their spouse. People will own a joint property with their spouse. I'm not saying that nobody ever. I'm just saying that it's not common. So think about the uncommon situations where it can benefit you and your spouse. Okay? I'm not trying to teach you to, circumvent the system. I'm not trying to go and fool them. Trust me, the CEOs have been trained to do this. And many of the CEOs have been doing this for years. So your amateur, tricks will not fly on them. Okay? So look at these things that you own. Because this is the thing. I'm telling you this because some people don't even think about those things. They don't think to bring documents like that. Some people just go for the interview. They bring a couple of photos from their marriage ceremony, and they bring their marriage certificates, and they go for the interview, and then the CEO's like, nah, this is not real marriage, and that's it. Meanwhile, it is real. It's that you didn't bring, enough evidence to remove the doubt, to erase the doubt that surrounds your relationship, the doubt that the CEO has about your marriage. And if they are not really certain that your relationship is real, the odds will not be in your favor. So I want to get you to think about some of these things, okay? And then before I go to the final thing, the final and very important for couples, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel right now. Click the thumbs up if you're watching this video right now, and share my videos with your friends and families so that they can be educated about the U.S. immigration system. All right, now on to the next one, which is very huge, and which is the chemistry. Real relationship. Some people can fake it a little bit, but most people can't. When you go for the interview, the CEO is looking at you, looking at your body language. Remember, I've been repeating this body language so many times in many of my videos. They will be reading your body language, and you will be reading their body language too. So the CEO, sometimes, let me ask you this. Haven't you seen some people, haven't you had a friend who introduced a new girlfriend to you, and then you look at your friend and you look at the girl, and then you think you're like, what is going on? And then haven't you also been in a situation where somebody has introduced a girl to you, like your friend has introduced a girl or a guy to you, and you look at them, and even though your friend may be a player, maybe your friend is, they don't like committing to someone, or they don't like sticking with one person, but then they introduce you to somebody, and then you see them and you're like, wow, this person is truly, indeed, in love with this person. Have you got that feeling before? Yes. Okay. The CEOs also can have that feeling too. So when you go for the interview and the CEO looks at you, they are looking at your body language. The same feeling that I just explained, that when you see people who look like fake, who don't have any relationship, they look like two unrelated people and who just show up here. People who rehearse questions and answers, and they're here to just chew and pour to us. The CEO can tell. And the CEO can tell real relationship too, just by looking at you, observing you guys. Okay? I'm not saying that some people are not able to fool them, but you have to be really, really good to fool them. Because it's, like genuineness just shine out of people. Sometimes you may not even be aware that is the energy that you are giving, the vibes that you are giving off. But others who are looking at you can tell. They can tell that this person is in love. This person, we're not sure. No, this girl, she's not going to last. People can tell. So when you go for your interview, let the connection, the bond that you have with your spouse show. Let it shine like a bright light. shine, okay? Let it shine like a bright light so that others will see what you see in each other. What made you pick this person that you want to marry them? What made you pick this man that you want to marry them? Regardless of whatever had happened, whether you're sick of this person sometimes, whether you can stand her or you can stand him, whether you guys had a fight on the way, whether you guys fought in the morning over the shower, the amount of time somebody took to prepare, that is not the most important thing when you go for your interview. Put all of that aside. Because if you bring whatever anger, whatever fight that you guys had in the morning, you are so upset with your wife, you are so upset with your husband, you bring this animosity, you people are not talking. If you bring that energy to the interview, they see what we see, and then, will probably conclude that that's a fake relationship. So don't let that single incident, that one day event, rob you of your opportunity. Okay? When you go for the interview, just think about when they're asking you questions about your relationship. How did you meet? Get to know each other too. Get to know how did you meet. Make sure you guys have similar story. Okay? If your husband is saying that I met her in school and your wife is saying that he met me in the market, we'll think that somebody's lying. And when you give them the small suspicion, they don't need too much. They don't need too much to deny you the visa. They don't need too much to conclude that your marriage is fake. They already suspect you. So you're giving them a little bit of, reason. You've just, made it easier for them to just refuse you. Okay? So when you go for the interview, look at why you pick this man to be your husband, why you pick this woman to be your wife. Let it play in your head. The love that you have for each other play in your head, and let that come out. Because sometimes when you're listening to some stories, when you're playing some event in your head, you can be standing there and smiling. Sometimes when somebody's talking about their man, they are smiling. You're like, oh. When you talk about him, you are just glowing. And then sometimes it happens to men too. Like when the guy's talking about some girl that they are so in love with, you can see that you're like, damn, you are in love. That kind of thing. Okay? And the last thing, but this is the last thing, is that go with your confidence. Your confidence will carry you all the way to the end. Because if you're confident and you believe in what you're saying, others will believe you. But if you're not confident and you're talking with doubt in your voice is shaky, you're not firm in the things that you're saying, you allow others to doubt you. They see you already doubts you, and you are making it easier for them to continue to doubt you. All right? So guys, watch my videos, share with your friends and families, subscribe. I need my numbers, okay? And please comment, leave a comment, whether it's a compliment, whether it's a critique, leave them down below. If you have questions, please leave them down below, because it will help me with my YouTube algorithm. All right? I love you guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye-bye.